time, there we go. Okay, we'll open the meeting, and we have an area of public comment that I would like to just hold on, if we might, because we do have two individual groups here, or that are way down in the agenda, but one group that is going to talk with us about the Central Mass Rail Trail issue, Steve and Cynthia. They are here, but have other meetings that immediately follow this, and so they'd like to sort of have an opportunity to talk with us first, and that would be going down to item 5E, where it's discussion and support for the completion of the Mass Central Rail Trail, MCRT. Welcome.
Welcome, thank you very much. I'm Cynthia Henshaw from the East Quabbin Land Trust, and Steve.
Steve Janis from Wachusett Greenways.
Yes, and in the past, the Barre Select Board has been supportive of the Mass Central Rail Trail running from Northampton to Boston. And what the statewide organization group is looking for updated letters of support. We're trying to push the concept of finish the rail trail. As you know, certain sections are already completed into Barre. Wachusett Greenways has already completed the section over to 122. The East Quabbin Land Trust is working on grant funded, coming through, working on a section that comes up from New Braintree into Barre. There are some connector pieces. It's kind of complicated. So I will be coming back to you at least for specific approval for some of the future steps.
And will you be providing us with specific information you'd like us to include in that letter?
The letter has already been proposed.
It's in your packet.
Oh, it's in my packet already?
In your packet, yeah. So and this letter is just a very broad letter of support.
Okay.
Acknowledging how important it is to have the rail trail go through the community. Yes, when we get to specific projects, especially the pieces that are on the town land,
yep.
I'll come back with a map and, talk through and ask for specific approval to use those sections of the property. But tonight is just a very general, Wachusett Greenways and East Quabbin Land Trust. We're coming from our different directions and meeting in Barre, and very excited to continue to work on the process, and hoping that the Board of Selectmen will give their voice of approval, and we can include Barre in the cheering stage of
cheering, okay.
Yes.
Do we have any further questions, or are we ready for a motion?
I'm ready to support this.
Okay.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
How are you gonna connect that down there where you're coming out of New Braintree, the old airport, and it goes to Station Road? Where do you go from there? I just wanna know, that's all.
Nothing is definite yet.
Okay, all right.
But I did walk with the town highway and water department
Yep.
heads, and one proposal, probably the most likely, which again is a complication, would be to put a tunnel in under 67, because in fact I have the old track maps, and 67 was on a bridge over the railroad.
Mhm.
So that's the way it used to be. There is part of an abutment on the river side, not on the Ware River side, but on the Pratt Brook side.
Mhm.
So we're years away from that particular, but lots of planning and study, but that is the idea.
Where does it go from there, though?
It, from there, that goes on to the so the Commonwealth owns that section from that side of 67. So
Mhm.
right now, the East Quabbin Land Trust owns the portion west of Route 67.
Mhm.
And that's all gonna be part of the wildlife management area.
Yep.
That's happening there. So it's gonna go onto the Commonwealth. We're gonna need to cross Pratt Brook. And then it's going to another piece of Commonwealth land, then it's gonna be the town of Barre land. So we've had a meeting with cause there's gonna be a section where the active railroad line needs to, we need to have the rail
Yeah.
trail right next to it. And we've
Yeah.
talked to the water department about access to the town well, all
Okay.
of those kinds of pieces. So we're working on kind of what are the strategies and how do we get there, and
Sure.
it can definitely happen. Work has to happen. It's gonna be an expensive project, but it's so worth connecting what Wachusett Greenways has already accomplished and where we're wanting to go. We also need to, the East Quabbin Land Trust is also gonna be working on a bridge down in Wheelwright, connecting between New Braintree and Wheelwright,
Mhm.
Because we already have the 3 miles that are completed there. So there's multiple sections and multiple years worth of grant funding that's needed, but we'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I was actually on a job that they went under, was it 56 over in Rutland?
That's one that Wachusett Greenways just
Yeah, I was
completed.
on that job, and I remember, thinking, wow, this is something to be able to put a tunnel under, just, for the,
Yeah.
it was pretty impressive, actually.
That section came out really nice, actually, that worked out really well.
It's been a long time now,
Yeah, it has.
yeah.
The tunnel's held up well, we put a mural in there now to cut down on the graffiti, it's really nice
Hmm,
in that area.
definitely. All right, no, that's all I have, question.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
curious.
do we have a motion?
I make a motion to continue to support the rail trail endeavors.
I'll second
We
that.
have a motion made and seconded. Further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr.
Thank
Dunn?
you all very much.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank
Appreciate
If
it.
you can scan of the letter, that'd be great. Perfect.
Okay, now, we do have another individual here who would like to discuss with us the Huddle Focus Camera System that is located in the, I guess it's middle school and high school with now grade 6 as well. And the Huddle camera system is something that we've supported previously through PEG funds.
Yes,
And this obviously is something that would be a system able to broadcast, okay, events at the school for parents and citizens, correct?
yes, we really want to connect the dots for access to BCTV for community broadcast.
Okay. And I know you're not only the super basketball coach, but you're also probably doing 6 other things at Quabbin. But Dennis Dextrator is here to answer questions or anything that people may have about the camera system. It appears that over the last several years, there may have been deals with previous administrators and things that ultimately didn't get funded. And so we are eager this evening to, obviously, these are appropriate uses of PEG funds, so we know that, and that they are seeking about a 75% of $11,000 from PEG. And obviously, what we'd like to have happen today is asking questions of Dennis if any people have them, and that if we do decide to move forward on this, we do so with rapidity and provide the funding that you need right off the bat, because I think it's fallen through the cracks in the past.
Yes, it has, for
I-
the last 2
I-
years.
Yeah, I think that's the way we've described it. Wasn't ignored, it just fell through the cracks. So, questions for Dennis relative to the system? Mm,
Well, this is obviously just for this year we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah,
right
for
now.
this year, I
And
would,
hopefully to repeat it.
yeah, I was supposed we would come back next year with another
Okay.
proposal for
Right.
that year.
Yep.
The house subscription runs year to year,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's good use of PEG funds.
So is this the latest figure, 11,250, Dennis?
Pardon?
Is this the latest figure, 11,250? Started in November?
Yes.
Okay.
No, what we're doing
That's
on you.
75% of that is, AD department's paid the last 2 subscriptions, which is a real dent for the kids. You know, we don't have that money available, so we really would like to have PEG assume some of that
Mhm,
financial responsibility.
Absolutely.
Do we know what's in our account?
$570,000.
Oh, okay. So plenty. Okay.
Well, we have plenty to
Right.
pay for this, yes.
I make a motion that we pay the 75% for the Huddle Focus Camera System for the Quabbin Middle High School.
To whom would we send this check?
I think that would go right to Stacy Scarry. Yes, because she's the one that's been.
The business person.
And I'd just like to add from PEG funds.
MOU.
Okay, we've added to the motion, which is to take the amount of money that's requested from PEG funds.
Yep.
We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to use PEG funds for the purposes of supplementing the amounts the school district pays for Huddle Focus Camera System to broadcast school events to the public.
Thank you.
We have a motion made and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Looks like it's a vote.
Well, on behalf of the entire Quabbin Regional School System, and my mother, who likes to watch events on BCTV but can't get out much anymore.
Right.
Thank you for providing that to the
My parents will be
entire
thrilled.
school system and to the communities, so we can connect the dots. Yeah,
Dennis?
That'd be great.
My parents will be happy too.
Yes, I've spoken to them about that, yes indeed, yes indeed.
Is it a possibility to be able to do like town offices and stuff, to be able to do your select board meetings, you know, whatever type of meetings you have? I mean, I know there's a cost to it, but
Yeah, well, the 100 cameras mostly are fixed,
To
so
the-
you can
in the
broadcast
school.
remotely, but they're proprietary to Quabbin and the events, mostly athletic events, although they'll broadcast other events too. BCTV is not, I mean, you can broadcast tape and record, and and add content to BCTV through Rick Pegon, I think,
Yeah.
is still
Yeah.
there contracted.
I mean, we do.
They're looking for content.
Well, we do several of our our meetings are all
Yes.
there, but, and
Yes,
then
indeed.
I know that the DPW, I think most of their meetings are there as well.
Yeah.
Do they do those live, though? I mean, do we do them?
We don't do, the only place we have any kind of camera setup is in this room,
Yeah.
and the hope is, and we do have some money put aside to do some camera work up in the, some of the upper offices, which, you know, we have to connect with the people who are managing all of our minimal technology. We don't have all of that technology, but
Right.
for sure.
So it's just, you know, I know there's people that like to attend that just can't attend and then see it afterwards.
Well,
It's like-
basically, all of the selectmen's meetings and the DPW isn't live, but it is.
Right, it's recorded
It is
and then-
recorded and
yeah.
put up there, but I don't think there are other meetings, at least budget and finance, those are all recorded and live. Okay, thanks very much.
And Sandy, thank you for doing all the work as well.
Okay, now we can get
Thank
back,
you.
back on the regular agenda track so that we can move forward with the meeting. We open this portion of the meeting to public comment. The comment for items not on the, specifically on the agenda. Each participant is asked to limit their new items to a comment period of 2 minutes or less. Liz?
I just came in to hand you guys this document. It's a right of first refusal procedure for 61A.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I understand that we have a policy already. This is a very thorough,
For 61A?
yeah, for all the responsibilities of the select board, which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And it also is gonna cost us money we don't have.
Yeah.
Other than
Right.
that, why not?
but it's important.
I'm not saying it's not important, but
It would be tragic to give up prime farmland for a combustible, noisy industrial facility. So here's this. I sent this all to you
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, thank you, thank you,
But
yeah,
just to read it into the record.
yep, thank you.
we'll make
Okay.
record that, thank you so much, Liz. Town
You're
of,
welcome.
Town of Wyndham, this is their thing, a right of first refusal procedure. Yes, sir.
In reference to that, I know you said it costs money that we don't have.
Yeah.
That's also pertains to the town of Barre and/or its assignees. So Quabbin Land Trust, the Wachusett District, Mass Woods, all of those could be your assignees. The town itself,
They could be if the town wanted to acquiesce their control of the property to those holders, sure.
right, if you don't have control of it now as private property, you're not relinquishing it.
Well,
And
well,
after
well-
speaking with Mass Woods, they said they would be trying to give it back to the town with payment, so they'd be able to fulfill other obligations that they have.
Yeah.
They try to give it back.
Well, I
to
mean,
the
it's
town.
putting more land in trust, we understand that. And
Yeah.
we put over almost 1,500 acres last year
Yeah.
in trust. So we just worry that we've already got 28% of our land in watershed protection.
Mhm.
And now we're moving further and further to add more open space, which is great, until you guys say, yeah, but my taxes are going up, because we have no new growth, very little new growth, and obviously not much industry or people clamoring to come here and do some sort of industry. So, just to make sure that when you make these decisions, and I don't mean we would make them without information and help from the community, that we in perpetuity, we make a decision that's pretty hefty for the town.
Has anybody done studies as to find out what type of taxes we're gonna get in return if it goes into a battery park?
Oh, well, we certainly have not. We only can take an idea of what's happened in other communities, and we haven't gotten that deeply into the situation. I don't think it's an issue relative to tax, what taxes we would get from this.
Yeah.
I think it's more a concern that they don't want it.
Oh, no, we don't want it. I
Okay.
understand that,
Okay.
but you're talking about loss of revenue.
Oh, I'm talking about, yeah, if somebody wanted to put a home on it, or make a large farm situation or whatever. I mean, you can't do a lot of things with this land once you put it in certain trust funds. Trusts, you just have to
But
be
if they're dedicating
cautious.
that land to a battery park, you can't do anything with it either.
Ever.
Well, I'm not saying we should dedicate it to it. I'm just saying, everybody thinks the idea is just get a trust company in here, a trust group, and just hand over the land. And, okay, that sounds like a great idea until you say, well, how much land do you wanna have in trust in your community? That's all I ask. How much land do you want? And if you wanna say, every parcel that comes up for sale, the town should move in there and do it. If we're just trying to save this parcel, because we think that's where somebody wants to put this battery park, right? That's really why we're interested.
I guess we're interested because this is a bad technology that would be a
Oh, no,
horrible thing
okay, but
to
that's why
have
we're interested.
between the school and people's homes.
Yeah, so this is why we're interested,
Just inappropriate.
yeah.
Right, if they wanna put homes on it, I don't think many people are opposed to that.
Yo, well,
Although you have to do studies to find out how
Yeah,
much
that's
well water is
worse
gonna be used.
tax-wise.
Huh?
Homes is worse tax-wise.
Right,
They all have little kids that have to go to school.
right.
Jesus, Liz, so what do you wanna be, a bunch of old people with a lot of land in trust?
I don't know, it's a hard problem.
It is a hard,
Okay,
it is.
well, it's pointless to have the conversation at this
Yeah.
point, and I appreciate the information on the,
Oh, it's great, it's good information. I
Yeah.
appreciate you sending it so I could read
61A.
it.
Just want you guys to be aware. That's
We're
Thank you.
aware,
Okay,
we're
Thank you,
aware.
Liz, that was good.
okay.
Okay, then, moving along. Anyone else for public comment? Hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of meeting minutes, August 18th. We have meeting minutes for August 18th, ready for approval and ultimately a release.
I move to approve the August 18, 2025 minutes.
And I would just say, Sandy, great job on this. It did go on and on. It was a wonderful effort to try to capture what happened. It was, I bet it did.
It was good,
Yeah,
it was very good. I'll second the motion.
we have a motion made and seconded to accept the meeting minutes of August 18th, so if preparing get them for public release. So we have a second?
I seconded it.
You did.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're way ahead, I'm way ahead, I'm behind, whatever. Those in
Sorry.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We have again a September 2nd meeting minutes, and also those are ready for approval and ultimately public release.
Make a motion, we accept the select board meeting minutes of September 2nd, and nice job, Sandy, again, that was a very lengthy recording of all that.
I'll second that one.
We have a motion made and seconded to accept the meeting minutes from September 2nd, 2025. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, moving to the town administrator report.
Ooh, big one.
She provided information for us.
Very nice.
I don't need to read this whole thing, do I?
No, whatever you would like to highlight on the report is useful.
Okay, so over the past couple of weeks, I worked on procurement for the DPW, grant work for the playground. I will be having a meeting with for the Green Communities Grant, and I'm trying to approve the award for the Cultural Council grant, but their website is proving to be difficult. So, Sandy and I have moved our offices downstairs, so we're still in the process of getting everything set up there. We've had 2 public records requests come in. Ellen and I met with Town Council as to how best to handle those, and they will be answered by Town Council. I attended multiple meetings and sent a revised contract to Hardwick for their ambulance service costs.
Okay.
That's it.
Very nice, that's a lot, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Select board reports. I have one, and that would just be the High Plains Playground update. The High Plains Playground is nearly complete. I would say we have some odds and ends to take care of. Signage is one of them, and I will be making a recommendation that we seek the assistance of the Board of Health to put signage there, that there should be no smoking, no vaping, no alcohol, and no marijuana use. I know you're all looking and saying, nobody would do that, Maureen. Unfortunately, we did have several parents complain to me about the marijuana use that was pretty prevalent at the playground over the weekend. So we just want to make sure and the best way to get this to happen is to do it through the Board of Health, because they have the authority not only to do this, but also to levy fines.
They do.
We, without, going through a town meeting and a bylaw, the selectmen would be, responsible for levying fines only after town meeting. So it's much more expeditious to move through the Board of Health, and I would be seeking just the opportunity by the board to talk with the Board of Health and have them not only investigate the site, but to help, and would prepare, pay for the signs, because we do have that as part of our budget.
Okay.
Yeah, I make a motion that Dr. Marshall work with the Board of Health for proper signage.
Yeah, second that.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded about signage at the High Plains Playground. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And in addition to that, I'd like to thank the DPW department for the amazing amount of work that they did to save the town money.
They did a lot. They did
Not
well.
only preparing the ground, but also putting in all of the footing that's, 18 or 19 inches thick. And I know I spent some time up there Friday afternoon, Friday evening, I spent some time up there Saturday, and I spent some time up there on Sunday. Primarily just scouting out the area, seeing how things were going, and seeing if if kids were there. They certainly had a lot of kids there. We do have a little problem with when you're 15, it's nice to do it in the dark. So we're gonna be talking with the police about making some turns through the High Plains area, just to keep the older kids. But part of the playground is really for 12-year-olds at least, so you have a lot of the bigger kids who are able to go down some multiple slides, and they seem to find that a lot of fun in the dark. But we'll try to keep them, because the neighborhood is the neighborhood, the houses are probably between this wall and that wall to the park. So we really wanna make sure that everybody is, reasonably secure after dark, and not listening to kids, hooping and hollering and riding rides they shouldn't ride at their age. But anyway, many thanks to the DPW department. And also for Rich and for Mark, who did a lot of hands-on stuff themselves, working with the DPW department off and on to help us put this playground in place, so.
You gonna have a ribbon cutting?
Well, I think you know how I like to have things really neat and clean before we do that, so probably not until into October. And we can we need signage about, how we funded the playground. I think that's important to
Oh,
know
yeah.
that it was pretty much grant funded.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
so forth, and cleaned up, and some benches installed, and so on. But I think for the most, and I'm gonna say a lot of people in town don't even know it's there yet. So that'll be fun when kids, because the place was really very busy, and Friday night and Saturday.
I spoke with John Dixon, he called me and he said that he was down there, on, I don't know, it was Saturday or whatever, he said that the place was mobbed.
Yeah,
He said there must have been 30 to 40
Yeah, word of
children
mouth.
on that.
yeah,
Travels fast.
yeah.
And he said, he called to thank us,
Yeah.
and I said, well, he actually deserves a thank you as well. And all
Absolutely.
the work that he did,
Absolutely.
as well as Tammy,
Yeah.
our past,
Yeah,
and
very-
then
very
everybody
true.
here at this
Yeah.
table. Very important.
So anyway, that's the only information that I have to share with the board this evening, and it was only good news.
Very good news.
Anyone else with any comment relative to this? Okay, moving along, DPW, July 29, 2025, open meeting law complaint, dated on August 28th, 2025, we acknowledge receipt formally this evening. The complaint was reviewed, and responses and so forth are going to be finalized by our legal counsel. We need a vote to authorize that.
I move to authorize town council to respond to the August 28, 2025 DPW July 29th, 2025 meeting complaint on the DPW and Select Board's behalf in accordance with tonight's discussion.
Okay.
Second?
We have a motion made and seconded to have our legal counsel respond to the open meeting law complaint dated August 28, 2025. Any further comment? Melanie, any?
Nope.
No. Those not hearing any further comment, those in favor?
Aye.
Right. Okay, we've done our huddle. We need a contract for Massachusetts Weights and Measures. We need to vote.
We missed B. We missed B.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Initiate the discussion with town council to seek restitution on misuse of town funds to include overpayment of wages or take any action relative thereto.
What are your thoughts on?
I caution a vote on this matter at this time, just because Office of Inspector General indicated that the level of debt and, shall we say, fines and so forth that will be levied by some state agencies. We can certainly have our legal counsel contact the state and have conversations, but I don't think we have any numbers that we could actually use to seek restitution on. We have a number, and under the Office of Inspector General, we have a number, I'm gonna make up a number, okay?
Yeah.
$25,000. But since that time, we have incurred tremendous legal debt in order to kind of walk us through this whole problem. So I think that we really need further information and guidance from the Office of Inspector General and potentially the Attorney General's office with our legal counsel. So I just think it may be premature for us to look at a number that might be in the Office of the Inspector General. Again, the Office of the Inspector General basically didn't make a complaint about Jason Pimentel. They levied a complaint against us. The Select Board.
Right.
And saying, you know, you should have been more cautious with this, and this, and you've all read the report, and the public has had access to it as well. So my concern is, I think there's more to come on the other end of that, and I think that, you know, I would encourage us to just wait and not act in haste. That's my opinion, but for what it's worth.
Well, I certainly agree with what you said. I think there is more to come. I'm not gonna say we, I guess I have been asked in the community, what's happening? Are these people gonna get away? Will they get away with what happened? Is there gonna be any kind of restitution? So I think that having this discussion tonight is worthwhile.
I
And if
find
we're-
myself answering that same question a lot in the
And if we're
community.
not ready yet, like you described, Dr. Marshall, and I heard everything you said, and I agree with everything you said, that I think there is going to be more, but I think that the general public wants to know what's being done, and a lot of that we don't have the answers to because it involves state agencies, and we don't know when the state agencies are gonna react. But I think putting it on the agenda at least lets the public know that we're not forgetting about it. We're not gonna forget about it, and when it's appropriate, I think we should take action at that time, whatever that may be or not be.
Yeah, well, I certainly would agree with you, when appropriate, we should take action, absolutely. I just don't want to have people believe that we have the data currently to levy or to decide what the restitution would be. We just don't. You know, we could be miles away from what the restitution should be. I worry also, and I hesitate almost to say this, but being a person who says, we have to understand the obligation of the board, is that should we worry about the fact that this was able to happen on the watch of the commission and this board and the DP and the FinCom committee, that our obligation for figuring out how to manage this restitution is critical to understand. It's sort of like we could be countersued by somebody who says, you're saying that Mr. Pimentel was responsible for X. This couldn't have happened without the lack of oversight by these boards. I mean, I hate, because that's what the Office of the Inspector.
That's like blaming the wrong person.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. I agree with you. But,
Well, we certainly have done a little bit of corrective action at the last DPW meeting, and we have more to do.
Yes,
There's
we have
not a doubt in my mind that we don't have more to do.
and we're doing it.
And we are gonna do it, we
Yeah.
have to do it.
Yeah.
And we have to do what's right for the residents of Barre.
So I think it's premature for us to think we have a number, even though there was a number in there regarding, some sort of a payment thing. But, so I didn't want us to vote to say, well, we want to go to town council and begin to seek restitution. I think it's gonna happen, but I don't think we're ready to, put that into motion, unless we just want to seek counsel to say, what should we be doing and how should we approach the idea of restitution for the town? Mark, you have one?
Yeah, I think, at some point, I mean, if we wanna just, I don't know, I'm gonna be looking for, I wanna be looking for a forensic audit in the very near future.
Mhm.
And I think that'll iron out a lot of our issues as well. I don't know, I mean, right now, I'm sure town council has been involved with some of this,
Oh, absolutely.
with with conversations with
Yeah, absolutely.
Melanie, you,
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't speak to them.
Mhm.
But, whatever, you know, you may be getting the feeling from what they're saying right now to put the brakes on, I don't know.
Well, I have had a couple conversations, obviously, with the director at the Office of the Inspector General, since I've submitted the documents that other people have helped create. And there's no question that we're in the middle of this process. We still had another 30 days to do X, and then following that, another 30 days to do something else. And during that time, other things are going on with ethics and other things are going on with the
Mhm.
Attorney General's
Correct.
office. I don't know
There
what
is.
those things are.
Correct.
So I am all about focusing on what we're supposed to do. And I agree with both of what you said and what the town has an expectation about, and that is to say that we will, when appropriate, go for as much restitution from whomever is appropriate to, receive that from, as we can. I just don't wanna spend a whole lot of time saying to town council, well, what do we do now? Well, we could do that, and they'll just say, wait for the Inspector General's office, is my
Right,
guess.
and they could be waiting on the
Yeah.
ethics as well.
Yeah.
I mean, because any one of those things would strengthen the case
Yeah.
either way, on any,
Yeah.
either direction,
Yeah.
whatever way it's
Right.
going, so.
I mean, I think this is new territory for us.
Absolutely.
Thankfully.
Oh, absolutely is, absolutely is, yeah.
Sir?
My understanding was that the IG laid some of the blame on the town itself for not having the oversight
Oh, yeah,
and,
Definitely.
you know, the checks and balances.
absolutely.
And now that we have Melanie and she's the TA, we're just gonna help coordinate along with the select board. And again, I guess you're moving forward with trying to get everything in place so there will be oversight and no
Yes.
lack of oversight, right?
Mhm.
Did the IG say that it could be referred to the Attorney General's office?
They're very
for-
quiet about what they're saying will happen
They don't-
in the future. We
They
know,
don't talk about it.
yeah, we know that there have been ethics complaints. We don't know about whom, we just know that there's ethics complaints that are still unresolved.
Yep.
And those could be fines for people. We don't know if that will happen or when it will happen. It's a very slow process because the Inspector General has been working with this before we got information from them for a year and a half.
Yeah, oh, and I do understand that.
The way-
I know you can go, if it's not criminally charged, you know, the town can go civilly against the
Yes.
That's right.
complainants
Exactly.
or the people. Does the town owe any money to those people for pay at the moment?
No.
Is the town sitting on back
Quite
pay?
the contrary would be
No.
true.
Well, no, I mean, sometimes you hold a paycheck or two paychecks from them, you know, if they were, you know.
Everybody's.
See, the way it works is the Inspector General does their due diligence,
Yep.
and they've come through with that now. Is there any more on those subjects that came through? I don't know, I don't believe so, that's like the completion of that, but again, they're tight-lipped. What happens after that is any other state agency, they refer it to, they can pick up on it, and the Inspector General can also refer it to the Attorney General's office, say, we recommend that you do this, and that's something that we're not gonna know.
No, and you won't be privy to it.
Right.
They're not gonna.
Because
look for
that would
it.
become criminal at that point.
Right,
It's-
they're not gonna look for it.
That's right.
But you guys would be covered anyways under an umbrella for being public servants for the town,
Yes.
so you don't have to worry about personal lawsuits,
Right.
you know. But the town of Barre could be on hook for something if in fact somebody thought that.
Our expectation is no, not in
Right.
this matter, but one never knows.
Yep.
One never knows. Ma'am, you had a question?
Well, I was just gonna ask, do we have a clue as to how much that restitution might be?
No,
How?
none at all. I mean, there was an amount put there about where there was supposedly a potential double dipping, but that could be a small issue, I mean, quite frankly. Which, I'm happy to do whatever you'd like with that. If you would like to put a vote on that, we will continue to, pay close attention to this and have town council, respond to any.
Well, do you think that we should reach out to town council now? Are you satisfied we're at the stage we're at right now that we don't need to engage council yet? I guess is a question for you.
I mean, I do not think we need to engage council yet, only because town council is working with us to answer the Inspector General's
Mhm.
complaint.
Okay. Then we'll just leave it at a discussion and wait
And
for a future.
And I think we could be happily to leave it on every agenda item.
Mhm.
so that
Yeah,
we don't lose
it's
track
not,
of it.
it's not gonna go away.
Oh, it's not going away.
It's not gonna go away.
It's not
The
going away.
people of Barre want answers, they deserve answers, and when it's appropriate for us to act or move, we will move.
And when it's appropriate that our council or others who work with us would be able to put together an absolute amount that's reasonable and acceptable. Because I would suspect, like you say, whether it's an audit that produces that or whatever.
Agreed.
Yeah, and the forensics audit, there's different levels of that. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, if we do a forensics audit, there's certain, there's parameters on each audit. It's not like a forensics audit takes care of the whole town. This would be, it's just like on payroll.
Well, we do have the
on-
fraud audit that we've
The
done,
fraud audit, yeah, we
which
did
is
that.
helpful. We've done that, so.
And that was, you know, in good faith.
So, the chief and I met with CBIZ the week before last about our FY '24 audit, which they were about to send out, but it got held up because they received the report from the Inspector Generals.
Right.
So now they need to incorporate that
Okay.
information in there too, so that'll be good
Yeah,
information
that'll-
coming
yeah.
from them.
Yeah, so we'll get better.
That helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will be looking for restitution for legal counsel also, correct? I mean, that's what the town would ultimately want
Yes.
for any expenditures that
Yes,
the town has made toward this.
yes. But, you know,
Let's just leave it as a discussion.
yeah, once your insurance company gets involved, their attorneys get involved. They actually, you know, it's their attorney that manages the case after that. Anyway, thank you very much, Richard, for that, getting that up to speed. Contract on weights and measures.
Oh, I have that right here, so,
Is that an annual?
yeah, apparently we annually contract with the state and we have not contracted yet. Somebody had contacted me because he needed to weigh vegetables and he needs to get sealed and we don't have one. So this is the contract from the state here. Apparently it's signed every year.
So we don't physically have a sealer of weights and measures on
We do
board
not.
like we had years ago.
We do
Yeah.
not. I mean, we could look at in the future, I know
Okay.
Athol has one, we could look at in the future, seeing if he's interested in
But we
contracting with
need
us,
this now.
but we need
Yeah,
this
we used to
now.
have our own
Yeah.
person in Barre,
So-
many years ago.
So we need, who do
Yeah.
we need to have sign it?
You
Or
probably
just
as
me?
the chair.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I'll
it's you,
do that
yeah.
right now
It's
and
you.
hand it right back to you, Melanie, so.
So I'll get
Do you need
that
a vote on
scanned
that,
over
or-
to them. Probably, cause it's a contract, I would just do it to cover yourself.
I make a motion to authorize Dr. Marshall to sign the contract with the state of Massachusetts to provide weights and measures to the town of Barre.
I'll second that.
We have a motion made and seconded to authorize the select board chair to sign the weights and measures contract as presented. Those in favor?
Aye.
Looks like a vote.
And you'll probably be doing this again in like 4 months.
Right.
And tonight is the 15th.
Okay.
Thank you.
Melanie, could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When you're contracted with them, what are you going to do if somebody's looking to affix something to their scale? Right?
So I'm assuming that I contact them. Once I send this back to them, I'm gonna ask them more questions as to who I contact, or do we put something on the website that people can just go to? I'm not sure, this kind of just happened, so.
Well, Rich, you would.
It looks like the
because
state,
He's dealt with it. You,
Looks
most
like-
times you have an inspector that actually certifies the machine, so that somebody's not
And like the
being
gas
overcharged.
pumps, they
Right.
have to go through
looks like the
those as
state's
well.
providing that service
Yeah.
through that contract, rather than us appointing someone locally,
Yeah,
that would do that. Looks like the state's providing that through that contract. So there'll be a contact person who'll come from wherever,
yep, and they'll certify the machine.
and they'll do that.
Whatever
Yeah,
vendors.
just like they do the gas pumps
Yeah.
annually, put the stickers, all that, yeah.
And then if
Thank
there's
you.
anybody in addition who needs to be sealed, I'll find out how, if they go through me, if they just contact them, I'm not sure. So, find that out.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to resignations. We have a resignation from the Council on Aging. Mr. Bruce Veloso, who is resigning from the Council on Aging Board of Directors effective 8/26/25. We accept a motion on approval, his resignation is presented.
Yeah, I would move to approve the resignation from the Council on Aging from Bruce Veloso.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second,
We have a motion made and seconded for the resignation to affirm the resignation of Mr. Veloso from the Council on Aging. Those in favor?
Aye.
aye.
We also have here something, a Board of Health appointment application, and we have an individual who's made application for an opening that is on the Board of Health. We do not believe that this appointment has been considered by the Board of Health, and thus I would recommend our committee take no action on it until such time as the Board of Health and this board can meet together to finalize the appropriate, so we say, appropriate way to make the appointment.
The Board of Health gave us that, so they're waiting for you to make the motion, and then it goes back to them, because that's an elected position.
Yeah.
So it's just a fill-in until that comes
Well,
up.
We'd be appointing someone to fill the term till next election, in which they'd have to run for any unexpired term, but I believe this position expires in 2026. So the seat would be open anyway in
Yeah.
2026, but typically, it's historically done, both boards are here.
Yeah.
In this discussion, because if the board, if we appoint someone on that board and the board has concern about that individual, then it's like a conflict, right? So normally, we would
I agree that we should at least,
typically both do
now
it.
that has been, has that been advertised?
Rich, you spoke with Andrea this morning, so.
And she said, basically, she said, you know, they're waiting for us to go ahead and do it, but again, she's not a board member, she's the admin. So I don't want the two gentlemen that are on the board to come to a meeting and say, well, you guys put someone on, you know. Listen, this is a good person, like this, I'm very happy to support Mike. I just wanna make sure that we're okay if we vote it tonight.
Yeah.
Let's ask for just some verification from the board, would you, Sandy, asking them to give us a recommendation on this candidate? And we're not adverse at all to the candidate. We just want to make sure that all of us are together on this appointment. I suspect that the Board of Health, I could be wrong, is going to be a focus for the individuals who are very concerned about the ESS. So I think we want to make sure that he is acceptable from both sides and whatever.
Andrea said they're working on a regulation, so they wanna get Mike on board. We did discuss that this morning when I was in Andrea's office with Sandy. So I may suggest, Dr. Marshall, that we have a special meeting if the
That's
board
fine.
comes back, just so we can make this
sure.
appointment, because time is kind of essence to have a full board so they can get this regulation they're trying to get adopted.
I mean, we certainly can make that happen if necessary. Because time flies, and before you know it, it's gonna be Christmas, and then it's, you know, people are taking out papers.
But
Okay, so now we have FY '26 annual appointments for the Barre Cultural Council. Nina Belanger is seeking to a reappointment. We have a motion.
I make a motion that we reappoint Nina Belanger to the Barre Cultural Council.
I'll second that.
We have a motion made and seconded to authorize the appointment of Nina Belanger for the Barre Cultural Council. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Special events applications for the Barre Awesome Ride, October 5 from 8 to 4 p.m. Yeah, it's every year.
Yep.
Where are they queuing? I was having a hard time trying to pick
Oh, you got motorcycle to go?
on this map. I was trying to figure out where they're queuing up here.
Road race for each minute. I mean, mine is so black, I can't tell where it is. Do you know where it starts, Sandy?
I don't.
Introduction, mountain bike,
Event headquarters, concessions, toilets, rides, start and end, and
Town
parking
Farm,
field.
looks like Town Farm Hill Trail.
Yep.
You know what?
They must be gonna ride there. It's a,
I'll give you my copy.
Oh, where's that field?
where are they
See this here?
parking in the field?
I can't like picture that in Barre. It's not Dalton.
I can see it better.
Well, this is, unless this is Town Farm Road, and it's just the big field up there.
Just curious. I can't figure out from the map where it is in Barre.
Pretty dark.
It is dark, yeah.
As well, it says event headquarters, concession toilets, ride and end. And there's some kind of a building down there. I would say, gee, is that up by you, but I don't think it is. That would,
I can't
It
place it.
doesn't say where.
no.
Does it say in here?
Green
I'm looking
highlights,
right
show
here.
bike
Go ahead,
travel.
you can-
Looks like a rough ride to me.
I don't have a problem with the event, but I just can't place where they're starting and finishing that field.
Right here, the description.
Yeah, but it doesn't say where.
It doesn't.
No.
No, I just-
Okay, so, do we have, a motion to approve the awesome bike ride?
Yeah. I would move to approve the event, the Barre Awesome Ride on October 5th, 2025.
I'll second it.
And we have a motion made and seconded. Sandy, they've completed all paperwork and they've got all the permits. Is hearing that, those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, probably in relation to this, a one-day special liquor license for Seven Saws Brewing LLC. And this will be for the Barre Awesome Ride event on the 5th of October, 8 AM to 4 PM.
Again, I have no problem approving this, but I'd really like to know where it is in Barre.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we could have neighbors' issues,
is
we could
this,
have all kinds of issues, I don't know what I'm approving.
Is this someone's home? Is that wouldn't be Salvador's home?
Could be Steve's.
Steve
I
Salvador's home.
think it's Steve Salvador's.
Oh, okay, that kind
home.
of, is that his house in that picture, Rich?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, there should be an address, like, we should have a physical address.
Well, there
There
is,
is,
it's right here, it's
415.
425 Old Cam Road.
Okay, that's Steve's.
You know that, or you want me to look it up?
No, I know, well, if you want, but I'm positive it's Steve Salvador's.
Okay,
I
right.
would say, it kind of looks like the map looks like looking down on it.
Yeah, but I was looking at another part of town in my head.
Me too,
Well, I
me
know.
too, yeah, me,
Yeah, I was looking at the other side
Yeah.
of 122. And he's up, and they have a trail that goes like behind the old Barry Wool.
Let
yeah,
me see
see,
that picture again.
it's advertised, Barry Awesome Ride,
Sorry.
425 Old Camp Road,
Okay, so that's Steve's.
but it doesn't,
Oh, that's an address.
That's not my papers.
Yeah, I'll give it right back to you. This picture's better, so
I don't know, it's weird.
I got something in my head, don't know. Picture. That looks like this house.
Yeah,
Doesn't that look like the garage?
Yeah.
With a.
well, I mean,
Okay,
it's a legitimate address in the town of Barry, so I'm good with it.
good.
Yep.
Okay, we have a motion for that, please? Did we make a motion?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll move to approve the, one-day liquor license, special liquor license for,
Seven Saws.
yep, Seven Saws Brewing.
I'll second that
We
motion.
have a motion made and seconded for a one-day special liquor license for Seven Saws Brewery LLC. Those in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
And now we have,
That would be October 5th, 2025.
we have a special events application from the Ruggles Lane PTO Halloween Family Fun Night and Parade on October 24, starting at the at North Common at 6:15 PM. We have a motion.
Family fun night.
Which one? I gotta give you your stuff back.
So this is like a parade,
Yeah,
we've done that for years.
yep.
Yep, I
They
make
have
a motion that we approve the family, Halloween Family Fun Night Parade, 10/24/2025.
We have a motion.
And
Second.
6:15 to 8 PM.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded for the approval of the Ruggles Lane PTO Halloween Family Fun Night and Parade, October 24, starting at 6:15 PM, and that would be on North Common to Broad Street to the school. Those in favor?
Aye.
I have had a number of calls from people wondering if there is going to be trunk or treat. I have indicated that not to my knowledge, that we will not be having trunk or
I
treat
haven't
this
heard
year.
anything.
As far as I know, but I think I will ask the chief of police just to be certain, and then obviously to make announcements for the public to know if there's trunk or treat or not on the common,
I think he
which
said,
is usually,
sorry,
I'm sorry?
I think he said there's an issue with detail pay.
Yeah.
from
Well, it's
having special-
because we don't have sufficient funds to pay the detail pay, so we probably are not unless we have substantial volunteers or gifts of funding for that. But I will check with him just to be certain, so the next time we meet, we can make parents and community members aware of that.
He hasn't indicated, trick or treat, I assume is gonna be Halloween?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to.
We usually vote it,
We
so-
need to vote on what night trick or treat's going to be, and I know that
It's
the
not,
chief usually he gives us his recommendation, so
I'll
Would
have
you-
it on the next.
would you
agenda
make
to
sure that
say-
he does
yeah.
that?
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Wage authorizations, Michael Granger, DPW seasonal plow operator for $30 per hour, and that would be obviously using our equipment. And a second individual is Daniel Cassavant, DPW equipment operator. Again, he would be using our equipment.
This is new hire.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a new
Oh,
hire.
he's a new
This
hire?
is new hire, full-time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mr. Cassavant
You wanna
So he's
separate
in-
those motions?
will have the full-time equipment operator position.
Okay, so a seasonal person is not our employees, just gonna be 30, okay. Well, Michael Granger then, DPW seasonal plow operator, $30 per hour as needed. We have a motion?
I move to approve Michael Granger for the DPW seasonal plow operator at $30 an hour, as needed.
Second,
We have a motion made and seconded to hire the seasonal plow operator, Michael Granger, when needed, at $30 per hour. Those in favor?
Aye.
aye,
And then we have a new hire, who replaced an individual who just left our employ, Daniel Cassavant. He's DPW equipment operator at step 2, I should say PW2, step 7, 31.64 per hour. We have a motion?
I make a motion that we authorize wage for Daniel Cassavant for the position of equipment operator, Public Works -2, step 7, at $31.64.
We have a motion?
I'll second it.
We have a motion made and seconded to hire Daniel Cassavant as a equipment operator for $31.64 per hour. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Seeing that we have completed the information and so forth and the work that was before us, we're ready to adjourn?
Make a motion that the board adjourn.
Can I ask a
Second.
question?
Well, a motion to adjourn cannot be
I know, but
discussed.
it was gonna be on the Michael Granger thing, and then you guys just went into a vote on it. I know it's a seasonal operator, right? Does he become is he just a contractor to us, or is he under, like like an employee? Does he get benefits while he's on the job for us? Does he get overtime? If in fact we have a snowy season, is he getting paid time and a half for anything over 40? You know, or is he just a 1099 contractor?
He-
Yeah, so it's
I
not,
know it's
He's
probably the
seasonal-
right
In
thing
the
to
past,
do.
we've dealt
He's
with.
seasonal, so he's not covered by the contract. They are Teamsters, they have a contract for all of our employees who are not seasonal. This man is seasonal, he does not get any benefits from the union, which would be health insurance.
it's not a benefit position.
Melanie, have a comment on that? Maybe you've dealt with that before in the past?
I have, but I don't know how Barry handles it, so I have no
Because
comment at this
it can
time.
be handled
But
in
I will
different
look,
ways.
I will look
If it's
into
a
it for you.
1099,
This is at
it's
least,
$30 an hour.
this
Yeah.
is my first
If
time
he-
that we've had a seasonal plow operator.
If he is on the fire department
Yeah.
already,
Yeah, he may be.
there's a certain way we have to handle it. But if he's not, I mean, because he can't be a W-2 and 1099 person all at once.
Right.
All right, so it's one or the other. So that's,
Is Michael
it's
Granger?
really not up to,
Is Michael Granger the canopy tree man?
No,
No?
that's Joe Forney.
Okay.
No.
So we're very fortunate to have an individual who has a seasonal worker who would like to plow.
Yeah. I'm sure after 40, he would be eligible for overtime. I think we have to do that after 40,
Was it
But he's-
1099? No.
but he's
I mean,
not a
I mean,
benefit.
So is he per diem, is he on call with the fire department, or is he
Well,
full-time with the fire department?
We don't know if he's even in the fire department.
Yeah, this is
Oh, we
just-
don't even know,
No.
so I
So
can't
we'll
really.
look
I
into
didn't- I didn't
I'll
ask
look
about
into
fire
it though,
department.
We'll
I'll
look
look
into
into
it.
it
Thank
though.
you. I mean,
Yeah,
because,
because they are two separate. If he
Yeah.
signs up to be seasonal, he wouldn't say if he does work at the fire department full-time, he's not gonna then get time and a half for plowing.
right,
we have two
'Cause
other
it's a
seasonal
two.
employees as well.
and I mean, how are those paid, Mark? I mean,
They're paid, they don't have the benefits that the others have. They're
right,
not, they're
but
not part of
do
the,
they
they're not
come
part of the
under a
union.
$30 an hour contract to the town, flat, just, you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're
Okay.
talking about.
Instead of paying
Yeah.
them as a salary, you're paying them contracted hours of $30 an hour.
I
So
believe
it's
that's the case, but Melanie will
And,
check it
yeah,
out.
Well,
Yeah.
well, you were saying that they hired him before, and if he gets
No.
over 40,
No,
he gets paid
we
more
have,
than
we haven't done
40.
we haven't done the plow. We have people who mow the lawns. They
Right.
get $16 an hour, and then most of them are summer employees.
And they're non-benefited, they're just seasonal.
Yeah,
And I do understand that, but if the Farmer's Almanac's predicting a heavy snow this winter, right?
Right.
So if we're
I hope.
working him more than 40 hours a week,
If he's contracted, if it's
I'm-
ten
I'm-
He
ninety-nine,
shouldn't be getting time and a half for anything,
Let-
he just
I'm
gets
trying to
30
figure out
hours.
what-
Let me
what you're
look
trying
into
to
it, and I
ask
will
you.
let you know,
Okay,
because
let's
there's a
specify
lot of
What exactly-
factors.
What are you trying to, find out? What do you,
If he's contracted at 30 and not getting time and a half for anything over 30, he may be working more than 40 hours a week if we have a snowy winter. And you were indicating, yes, he'd get paid for time and a half,
that'd be pretty doubtful.
but that wouldn't necessarily be the
if
case.
he's obviously a 1099, he's not gonna get paid time and a
Okay.
half, you know, so.
We'll find out.
But-
There's a lot of moving parts, so
Okay,
let's
we
make
did-
sure.
we did-
And Melanie knew what I was asking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
We kinda got away from things on this, we're
Yeah,
really,
well, nobody wants to do it.
yeah.
Getting a person to plow on the side is really not easy. Okay, knowing that we're ready, we have a motion to adjourn on the table, those
We
in
do.
favor?
I second it.
Okay.
Yep, aye.
Yep.
We do.